Because he was made from the earth.
Okay. Okay. Right.
Leaven excluded, symbolizing sin, comes later, and it's actually a Jewish concept, but it's not actually articulated in the traditional Haggadah.
Oh, okay.
But it is a Jewish concept that represents sin.
Okay.
There's only there's only one celebration that has leavened bread. That is the Pentecost, Feast of Weeks. 2 loaves. And there's lots of speculations why, but the one I like the best is one loaf represents Israel and the other loaf represents the church. The 2 called out people of God. Both are imperfect. The leaven represents the sin. The church represents all born again people, but they're still not perfect people. And same is for Israel.
Okay. James.
Argue they added words in brackets, both Hebrew and English. Some will actually go back rather than they'll look upon me. They go back because for the piercing to try and say it's referring to the nations, because obviously for them it's a very, but this is what it literally says, but they don't like what it literally says because it doesn't make any sense to them. How can you pierce God? But we know how.
Right.
But I'm just saying in advance because I finally made the mistake of taking a Hebrew translation with me and went to 12:10 and I had forgotten in the excitement that the 12:10 in the Hebrew, in the Jewish Publication Society translation and the Hebrew Union translation doesn't have that. It's wrong, but if I'm witnessing somebody trying to explain that to them, we're not starting off well.
Just as the
Prophecy that they would be delivered with great possessions. But that's important
Yeah.
to recognize how Jesus could give up the ghost at the same time the Passover lambs were being slaughtered and yet have a Passover meal the night before. Because the general Passover is slaughtered in the afternoon because it's going to serve as a meal for the Feast of Unleavened Bread
That night,
which celebrates not just the angel passing over the first,
but the freedom, right?
freedom and deliverance.
Okay, now we say